All right, let me just test my audio, make sure everything is all working. Yeah, I think I hear music. Yeah, okay, it's working. I adjusted my gameplay audio. I adjusted my gameplay audio once again, just because I was unsure if my audio was working correctly. Well, let me rephrase that. I was worried that my audio may be too loud because I was reviewing my streams for I was reviewing my streams for Outriders for when I uploaded onto YouTube. I noticed in my commentary there were times when my voice would just be essentially muted because because of the gunfire in Outriders was just so loud that it completely muted my voice. You couldn't even tell what I was saying. So I'm hoping that this will actually make things better, just lowering down the gameplay audio. But I hope it won't be too quiet. Anyway, I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving yesterday. I had Thanksgiving at my grandparents' house. We had some good food. Had ham, potatoes, biscuits, had some pumpkin pie. The usual Thanksgiving food. Saw my family, saw my cousins and my uncle and aunts. Talked to my grandparents quite a bit. All in all, it was kind of like a good time. So, really, the whole point of Thanksgiving is just, in my opinion, to connect with your family. That's exactly what I did. It's really kind of nice to see my cousins again. Like, I remember seeing my cousins when I was 12 years old, and they were maybe just a couple years younger than me. In some cases, they were several years younger than me. Like, when I remember the earliest memories I had of my cousins. My youngest cousin was maybe 5 years old when I was 12, and now he is a senior in high school, while all of his siblings are in college. So it's just kind of crazy to see how much time has passed. But it's just kind of interesting to me. But I talked to my cousins quite a bit. I had a good conversation with one of them. I was always more close to one cousin over the other because we generally have like a lot to talk about. And they were all very happy when I told them that I got accepted into graduate school. It's something that I don't quite think that they I don't quite think that they will be going for graduate school. They'll probably just stop at just bachelor's. But it's just kind of interesting to see them again. I honestly kind of hope that one of my cousins is one of my well, I guess I should say my grandma. She is kind of, her memory is kind of going away, and I'm worried that this may be the last time I see her. Because my grandma on my dad's side, she just recently died, and she, for the last couple years of her life she had dementia. I'm really kind of hoping that this same thing doesn't happen to my other grandma. And my mom, my dad thinks that she is also kind of having memory issues because of her seizures. And it's just, I really kind of hope that I don't have that issue when I grow older, because if I start to have dementia, if I start to have like all these memory issues, I'm just worried about what's going to happen to me. Because my biggest fear as a writer is me forgetting of what I've written and what I've worked on. Because the worst thing that could happen to me, in my opinion, is me, like, say years past, I have a couple books published, but I forget entirely how to write, essentially. I forget what I'm planning on writing for my books. That would be the worst thing ever for me. Like, what can I do if I can't write? Seriously. Dragon? Oh, that's a hawk. But memory, this is something that I always had like a bad memory, but it's not like I forget my name. Just I like forget anything important. But I really hope I don't develop memory things like dementia, like my grandma had before she died. Because I just don't know what I'm gonna do. Drinking a Gatorade. Should I actually take a look at this book before you get rid of it? I need to sell those. Wait. Oh, is this it? Yeah, I'm not gonna read all this, but you can just pause the stream or the video when it's uploaded on YouTube and read it yourself. I believe this is it, but I'm not gonna read it out loud. But it's there if you want it. Anyway, let's go ahead and turn this in. If it was like maybe like 2 pages long, I'd be more willing to read it, but it's not. It's like
Fancy yourself the adventuring type.
like 6 pages, 5 pages.
The Imperials think we need their laws.
But in this stream, I'm hoping to become a Thane and
If you're ever in the market, I deal in specialty goods for Morrowind.
I'm hoping to become a Thane of Riften and potentially get started on Thieves Guild questline.
See that? Yes, this is it. I don't know how you found this, stranger, but you've obviously succeeded where I have failed. Please, let me offer you this key. It unlocks my strongbox under my stand in the marketplace. Help yourself to anything inside. I really appreciate what you've done for me. I'll never forget it.
Alright. Let's loot that chest and then we'll move on to the next thing.
Best offense is a good defense, am I right?
I believe his stall was here.
Looking to stay alive? Why take a chance?
No, I already have frostbite.
Good to see you. Finally, someone
Alright.
around.
So that is done. Let's go ahead and move on to the next thing. Let's see. I guess we are going to Elgrim's Elixirs and talk to Hafjorg. Probably butchering that. Ingram's Elixirs is over here, I believe.
If you're looking to settle in Riften, there's a house for sale. On its side. See the steward in the keep if you want it.
Elgrim's Elixirs.
Take a good look around. I'm sure you'll find what you're looking for. If not, let me know. This place has seen better days, but it's not my fault. I swear if I wasn't around, Elgrim would forget to eat his meals. How we make any coin at all is beyond me. In fact, I need to arrange for someone to pick up an ore sample for me in Shore Stone. Goodness knows Elgrim won't lift a finger to do it. You would? Oh, that would be wonderful. Speak to Filnyar in Shore Stone. He's got some sort of ore sample he wants us to identify and was willing to pay us well for it.
Alright.
Careful. The road to Shore Stone.
Now, a fun little fact about Shore Stone. At one point in the past playthrough, when I was working to get my smithing to level 100 so I can craft dragon armor, let's just say I had a dragon attack and it wiped out the whole village of Shore Stone. So that was fun. Ooh.
Got to keep my eyes open.
Actually, I think there's a close place. Yeah, maybe here. Okay. But, something that is kind of interesting, I believe we have 2 or 3 weeks left before, school was essentially ended. And, I'm honestly kind of happy. I will have... Oh, you dick. I will have gotten a bachelor's in literature or English studies because I had a major change coming soon. I'm very happy about that. And starting next spring, I will have a I will be starting my time getting my master's degree.
Sorry, I hope you haven't arrived here. Look, it's about time. I sent them a letter weeks ago. Ah, that elf. He'd forget his own pants if his wife didn't help him dress. Here you go. Tell Hafjorg that she can chip off whatever she thinks is a fair trade for their time.
So you couldn't identify Quicksilver ore? Really? Well, I guess that blacksmith isn't really that good at his job if he can't identify Quicksilver ore.
This place is... Thank you. I'll be sure to get Elgrim to examine this as soon as his busy schedule allows. Here, I had him make you a few things for all that travel.
Elixir of Glibness, Elixir of the Warrior, Elixir of the Knight. Alright, so that is done. Next, we need to go to the stables and talk to Hofgrir. I think I'm missing like a bolt in this chair because this chair is starting to lean to the side. I think I know where that. I think I know where that bolt is because I found a bolt in the hallway that my dog probably grabbed out. But
Too lazy to walk, eh? Well, you found the right
I
place.
really hope this chair doesn't break on my fat ass.
Got horses that need shoeing, so make it quick. Been stuck with the name for years. I've been riding horses since I was a lad. Nothing I liked more. But as I got bigger, so did my mounts. Then one day, I was drunker than I've ever been and mounted a poor colt. Broke his back in two. Haven't ridden since. I'm not afraid of anything out here. Walls are just a weakling's hiding spot. Not me. I'm no weakling. In fact, I bet I got the strongest arms in all of Skyrim.
Really?
Oh, sounds like I've got a challenger. Tell you what, how about a friendly wager just between us? I bet you my entire purse of septums I could beat you in a fistfight.
Challenge accepted.
That's the bet, and we fight until one of us gives in. Alright, remember, this is a clean fight. No weapons, no tricks. And none of those fancy magic spells either. Here we go. Come on, let's see what you're made of.
There we go.
I don't believe it. I guess you were right. Not at all.
200 gold, really?
Once in a while.
Alright, well that's done. Next up, we need to talk to Ingrun. Oh, I could have done this before. Ingrun Black-Briar.
Thanks again for delivering that order.
Sorry, just thinking about my experiments. I'm aspiring to earn that title, yes. However, the road ahead is paved with loose cobbles and deadly pitfalls. Master Elgrim says I'm a natural, that I have a unique talent, but I fear his approval masks his intolerance for my mistakes. My errant formulas have cost Master Elgrim a fortune in ingredients, some of which are almost irreplaceable. To restore Master Elgrim's supply, I would need 20 death bell,
God!
and 20 Nirnroot. Am I sensing that you may be interested in gathering these rare ingredients for me? That means more time for my experiments and less time in the field. Much appreciated. Nirnroot is the easiest. It grows only by the water and makes a unique chiming noise. The only drawback is it won't regrow after harvesting. Nightshade is native to the pine forest and marshy tundra regions of Skyrim, and has a distinctive starburst-like violet flower. Last we have Deathbell, which only grows in marshy tundra terrain. Its inverted bluish-purple flower bunches are unmistakable.
Alright.
My experiments can't be completed until you've brought me those ingredients.
So I need to figure out the best way to get all these items. Because this is quite a bit. by far the largest concentration of harvestable deathbell can be found in the swampy area stretching from Morthal to Solitude in the hold of March. Many more than 20 deathbell plants grow in and around the town of Morthal. Concentration of deathbell can be found around the abandoned shack in the swamps east of Solitude's docks. Growing in the swampy area surrounding the Apprentice Stone, there's abundance of plants growing outside Fall Gunther. So let's first head to the abandoned shack, which I believe is in this area. Actually, let's do the Apprentice Stone first, because I already have those things marked. So this is really gonna take a while, but we'll get it done. Just this is the thing that I don't really like about this game is really any game I just find like collection quests to be very boring. Is one of the reasons why I dislike Destiny so much. Because a lot of the quest is get X amount of items to complete this quest. Well, great. If only I don't have to farm this stupid strike over and over and over again for a chance to get this ingredient. If only I don't have to kill this enemy over and over and over again in order to get this. I will never play Destiny on stream because of how much I dislike that game. It's just, it's so annoying. And apologies for all those Destiny fans. I know I have one close friends that is a fan of Destiny, and I believe he's actually following my channel. But if you like Destiny, if you don't like what I just say, that's just my opinion. Not trying to offend anyone, not trying to start something. But it's just Destiny really fetch quests and RPGs. It's like my least favorite thing to do in general. It's just not fun for me. If I wanted to farm for items, I would actually play a farming sim. Like, I actually enjoy farming in Stardew Valley a lot more than I should like farming in Stardew Valley a lot more than I like farming items in Skyrim or Destiny. Which one of these days I will be streaming Stardew Valley. That's one of the games that I abandoned on my initial playthrough. And I will be doing 2 playthroughs, one good and one bad, because there is an achievement in Stardew Valley for essentially siding with JoJo Inc. or whatever that company is called. Where did you come from? And supposedly, well, since I'm by water, there is supposed to be Nernroot here, but I'm not seeing any. Luckily, they're pretty easy to spot because they have a sound effect. Death Bell is almost done. Wait, did I pick that up? Yeah, I did. I believe it was actually in this area where I actually fought a legendary dragon, maybe? I think I fought it in the marsh and on the 360 version. However, I don't want to say I definitely did because I'm still something tells me that legendary dragons are only available in the area where you go to for the Dragon Born DLC, but I'm not sure. $19 and one more. I'm back at the shrine. Didn't really go that far. Let's head to this dungeon. This should be Fall Gunther or whatever it's called. Yep, there it is. Okay, Death Bell is done. What is next? Was it Nightshade? Where can I get Nightshade? Nightshade are flowering plants that can be found throughout Skyrim, normally around cemeteries or graveyards. At least 16 Nightshade plants can be found in Solitude. Okay. Let's head to Solitude.
One of the guards said he saw a mage appear out of thin air. Claimed it was one of those sigil monks. Man's been hitting the school, I say.
Okay. Oh. I'm honestly kind of glad I kind of figured out the issue with my mic. If you're unaware, I had an issue where my mic was cutting out my voice all the time, so you can even understand what I'm saying. It's actually kind of nice that I fixed it, because now I can actually talk about my book a little bit more. Now that I'm actually working on it once again. And have everyone understand what I'm saying, because I had like times in the past that I did not know about, where I mentioned my book and my what I've been working on, and you couldn't even tell what I was saying. Then oftentimes I would say, I have proof that I've been working on this, and if I find out that by the time I publish it that someone's already published a book with the same name, same story, etc., then I know that you have stolen the idea from me.
What is it?
And it just essentially stolen my work, which is plagiarism. And I mentioned in previous streams, at least I tried to, that I can prove that I've been working on this for like 2 or 3 years now. You can't. And
It isn't the slayer of the Glenmoral witches. How can I assist you, companion?
I mentioned that I would be willing to sue someone if I found out that they stole my idea. And now that you can understand what I'm saying, now that my mic isn't cutting out my voice all the time, I can actually talk about this stuff a little bit more easily. So the book I've been working on is what I refer to as a religious fantasy, but my dad calls it's just a fantasy or science fiction. But it's basically my idea of what heaven and hell could be like. It's Basically, if you are a fan of Supernatural, then you'll probably like my book. Basically, it's like involves like a secret organization within, or not really a secret organization, but like sort of like the FBI of heaven that goes down to Earth to fight demons to protect humanity. Essentially, like my book summarized in one sentence. And I've been working on this for so long, and I just managed to finish the outline of 32 chapters plus an epilogue a couple weeks ago, and I'm just now going back to writing the full chapters of my book, and I'm so happy. Because once I get this done, then I can start focusing on finding some people to, I can start focusing on finding people, artists to draw the cover art for my book. And I can get to work on actually getting it published. I'm really kind of hoping this book will take me places. And this is just kind of like my... it's probably, pretty much overreaching. Probably my book is not going to be as successful starting out, but I'm hoping that it will lead to something great.
Jarls come and Jarls go. A good cook stays for life.
But I've been working on this for so long, and it'll just be so nice if I could have something that is, I guess, fruitful, just to show that it's what I've been working on is actually good, is actually
Everyone knows General Tullius wields the
great. But it's the only time will tell. Only time will tell if it sells. Only time will tell if it's a success. I just kind of hope that if there's one weakness I feel like if there's one weakness that I feel like exists within my book, it's the fact that I often I switch perspectives a lot. It's a book that follows at multiple points of view. And because I switch perspectives, I'm wondering if it may be like too confusing for people to follow. But I'm hoping that it will be fine. But it's just, I'm just kind of nervous. I'm really kind of nervous because eventually when I get it published, it's just only... I just don't know like how well it did. I don't know how well it'll be received. It's just... It'll be in my name that's on the book, so it's just kind of worries me because I don't really know what to expect.
I'm telling you, I heard it. Howling. Those werewolf tales are true.
There's supposed to be 16 here, but I only found 15. Oh, there's 5 at another location. Alright, well, let's go to the next location. There should be 5 here.